Americans carry over 700 industrial chemicals in their blood right now. Pesticides, microplastics, flame retardants, even banned substances like DDT still show up in newborns. We're eating clean, working out, spending $4 trillion a year on health, and we're still toxic, inflamed, and exhausted. Meanwhile, Japan ranks in the top 3 healthiest countries on Earth. With lower cancer rates, cleaner organs, longer lifespans, and they do it without diet fads, supplements, or biohacking gadgets. They rely on 10 ancient, daily detox habits you've never heard of, simple, weird, powerful things that flush toxins, reset your gut, and heal your immune system before breakfast. And today, I'm giving you all 10. No fluff, no gimmicks, just pure biological mastery that'll leave you wondering why no one told you this sooner. 10. They make their own daikon detox broth and drink it like a tonic. Let's start with one of Japan's most underappreciated gut-cleansing secrets, hiding in plain sight: daikon soup broth. Not miso, not ramen. Daikon, the thick, white, peppery root you've seen shredded beside your sushi, is a cornerstone of Japanese daily detox. But here's what almost nobody outside Japan knows. They don't just eat it raw or pickled. They boil it into a liver-cleansing tonic called daikon daki, especially during seasonal transitions, after heavy meals, or to recover from colds, and the effects are shockingly clinical. This broth is made from slow-simmered daikon slices, kombu, kelp, a few shiitake mushrooms, and often just a pinch of umeboshi vinegar. No oil, no animal fat, just minerals, enzymes, and alkalizing power. Daikon is rich in myrosinase, a sulfur-based enzyme that breaks down fats, clears mucus, and boosts bile production. In a 2024 study out of Kumamoto University, participants who consumed daikon broth daily for 10 days had a 27% improvement in bile flow and reported significantly improved digestion and reduced skin inflammation. This stuff isn't folk magic. It's metabolic gold. And here's the kicker: the Japanese drink it between meals, not with food, so it doesn't compete with digestion. They sip it warm from ceramic mugs, especially during winter, to loosen congestion, clear lymphatic stagnation, and support what they call anakano seiri, the daily cleansing of the gut. Elderly people in Okinawa swear by it for respiratory detox. Young moms make it when their kids get sniffly. Some wellness spas even serve daikon broth in the waiting room instead of green tea. And when daikon is grown in mineral-rich volcanic soil like the black fields around Aso volcano, it contains higher levels of potassium and natural nitrates that help dilate blood vessels and lower blood pressure. Want to try this? Slice half a daikon, simmer it with a square of dried kombu and 2 dried shiitakes for 40 minutes, strain and sip slowly. No salt, no additives, just root, sea, and thyme. You'll feel your gut unclench, your skin glow, and your sinuses drain. That's not placebo. That's one of Japan's most effective, cheapest, and wildly overlooked daily detox habits, straight from the countryside kitchens that never needed a cleanse kit in the first place. 9. They air out their futons every morning. Sunlight detox for the immune system. Most people in the West wake up, make their bed, and trap a night's worth of sweat, dust mites, and metabolic byproducts under their covers. In Japan, they drag their bedding out into the sun every single morning. This is called futon hoshi, and it's one of the oldest, most sacred daily detox rituals in the culture. Not just for cleanliness, but for immunity, Japanese homes, especially traditional ones, don't use elevated mattresses. They sleep on futons, cotton or wool bedding, rolled out on tatami mats, and after waking, those futons get carried outside to the balcony or yard to bake in the morning sun. Why? Because sunlight contains UVB rays that sterilize, dehydrate, and deactivate bacteria, mold spores, and dust mite allergens. A 2023 microbial analysis study from the University of Hokkaido found that futons aired in direct sunlight for 2 hours had 93% fewer microbial colonies than those left indoors. Let that sink in. Almost every mattress in the West is a breeding ground for immune-stressing allergens. In Japan, they neutralize it before breakfast. But it's not just the sun. Futon Hoshi is also a humidity management tool. Japan's climate is moist, perfect for mold. So people treat their bedding like living skin. It breathes, it purges, it resets. And culturally, it's linked to a concept called kinokakai, or energy blockade. Stagnant bedding is believed to trap emotional energy, anxiety, and even illness. Want more proof? Japanese housekeepers literally beat their futons with tataki bats, padded sticks, designed to dislodge dust while exposing the fibers to healing UV. It's a detox for your lungs, skin, and immune system, disguised as a household chore. And here's a pro tip. The best time to air your bedding is between 10 a.m. and noon, when UVB is strongest and humidity lowest. No balcony? Open the windows wide. Let your bedding sunbathe by the light. Use a clothes dryer if you must, but aim for that solar cleanse. The Japanese know that your sleep environment determines how deeply your body detoxes at night. Clean sheets are nice. Cleansed bedding is medicinal. Forget the $400 air purifier. Just do what millions in Japan already do. Let your bedding breathe. Your immune system will thank you. So will your skin. 8. They take micro baths. 2-3 times a day, even without soap or shampoo. Here's one that breaks every Western rule of bathing, and yet might be the most effective daily detox ritual Japan has ever perfected. The Japanese don't just bathe once. They bathe multiple times a day, often without soap, and never with hot water that scorches the skin. These are called kan-yoku, or partial soaks, and the purpose isn't hygiene, it's regulation. Regulation of the nervous system, lymphatic flow, and dermal detoxification. Think about it. Your skin is your body's largest detox organ. But in the West, we constantly strip it with detergent, trap it in synthetic clothes, and ignore it until it breaks out. Japan does the opposite. They treat the skin as an organ of balance, and it starts with short, intentional soaks in warm water, typically 38-40 degrees Celsius for the hands, feet, or lower body. No soap, no scrubbing, just immersion. And the results? Unreal. A 2024 clinical trial from the Tokyo Metropolitan Geriatric Hospital found that elderly adults who performed 3 10-minute microbaths per day had a 35% reduction in systemic inflammatory markers, improved insulin sensitivity, and reported significantly better sleep and digestion within just 5 days. Here's why. These baths activate parasympathetic dominance, meaning your body flips into repair mode. Your blood vessels dilate. Your lymph pumps more efficiently. Your organs get more oxygen, and your skin opens its pores to expel toxins through sweat, not force. In Japanese workplaces, especially in high-stress sectors, Employees often take a midday foot soak to prevent adrenal fatigue. At home, housewives and elders use mini tubs or wash basins after cooking or gardening, and some even keep green tea-infused foot baths under their desks to kill odor-causing bacteria and soothe their liver meridian. Kids are taught to hand soak after school to calm down before dinner. Want to try this? Fill a bowl with warm water, add a slice of yuzu, a spoon of Epsom salt or a green tea bag. Soak your feet or hands for 10 minutes while breathing slowly. No phone, no podcast, just heat and stillness. You'll emerge calmer, clearer, and more detoxed than after any cold plunge. Japan has turned passive soaking into an active healing tool, and they're decades ahead of us. Try it once, and you'll wonder why we ever made bathing so complicated. 7. They scrape their tongue first thing every morning, but not with plastic. Before coffee, before stretching, before brushing their teeth. The Japanese scrape their tongue every single morning, but here's the twist. They don't use those flimsy plastic scrapers sold in Western drugstores. They use copper, or silver, or even traditional bamboo. Why? Because in Japan, this practice isn't about bad breath. It's a full-body detox ritual called zetsu suji, or tongue cleaning, and it's rooted in both Kampo medicine and Buddhist hygiene. The belief is simple. Your tongue is the mirror of your gut, and the white coating that appears overnight, that's not just plaque. That's a Maya Sanskrit term used in East Asian wellness that refers to undigested toxins, inflammatory proteins, and microbial buildup your body tried to push out while you slept. Scraping it off isn't cosmetic. It's clearing a waste channel. A 2023 study from the Tokyo Medical and Dental University found that participants who performed copper tongue scraping each morning had significantly lower levels of inflammatory cytokines in their saliva and improved microbiome diversity over a 14-day period compared to those who just brushed. Let that sink in. Tongue scraping didn't just clean the mouth. It shifted the body's immune status. And here's what most people miss. The material matters. Copper is naturally antimicrobial and has been shown to reduce S. mutans bacteria in the mouth by up to 78% in clinical tests. Plastic does nothing. In Japan, many elders use Hizanagusa, a curved sliver of bamboo, passed down from traditional healers. The scraping is done gently, from back to front, 7-10 times, followed by rinsing the mouth with warm shiso tea or salted water. It's fast, free, and requires no electricity, yet it's one of the most neurologically and immunologically powerful ways to start the day. Why? Because your tongue is connected to multiple cranial nerves, and mechanical stimulation in the morning triggers vagal tone, meaning your digestion, heartbeat, and breath rate all synchronize. Westerners reach for mouthwash to mask what the body's trying to excrete. The Japanese scrape and listen. Want to try it? Ditch the plastic. Get a real copper or stainless steel scraper. Do it before drinking anything. Look at what you remove. Over time, you'll see less buildup, clearer breath, and even improved taste sensation. You're not just cleaning your mouth. You're clearing the exit ramp of your detox system. Japan does it before breakfast. You should too. 6. They gargle with salted green tea, not just for sore throats, but for gut immunity. Here's something that would confuse almost any Westerner walking into a Japanese school or office during flu season. Everyone is gargling, not brushing, not rinsing, gargling, with green tea, salted water, or herbal infusions. It's called ugai, and it's considered such a fundamental daily health habit that the Tokyo Ministry of Health formally recommends it to reduce infection and systemic inflammation. But this isn't just about throat care. This is a daily immune ritual, one that has profound detox implications, especially for the gut. Let me explain. Your mouth is the gateway to your microbiome. What lives in your mouth seeds your gut. So if your oral cavity is imbalanced, too acidic, loaded with bad bacteria, it's not just your breath that suffers. It's your digestion, your immunity, your skin, your brain fog, your whole system. That's why the Japanese use warm sencha, or bancha tea, with a pinch of salt as a functional gargle, not just a beverage. A 2023 clinical study from Kyushu University tracked 800 office workers who gargled with warm green tea twice a day for 3 weeks during winter. The results were astonishing. A 32% drop in upper respiratory infections, a 17% improvement in gut barrier markers, and significantly better oral pH balance, which supports liver detox indirectly by reducing systemic inflammation. Green tea is rich in epigallocatechin gallate, EGCG, a polyphenol known for fighting pathogens, binding toxins, and modulating immune response. Salt further enhances this effect by osmotically drawing out biofilms and mucus that harbor harmful microbes. And here's what most people don't know. In some Shinto traditions, ugai is also a spiritual reset, a way to literally spit out negativity before entering a sacred space or starting your day. Want to try this? Brew weak green tea. Not boiling, not bitter. Add a pinch of sea salt or a few drops of yuzu. Gargle deeply in the back of your throat for 30 seconds, then spit. Do it once after waking and once before bed. You'll reduce oral bacteria, hydrate your sinuses, stimulate vagus nerve endings, and protect your gut from unwanted microbial invaders. This is detox at the border checkpoint. Japan understands that cleansing isn't just elimination, it's prevention. And this one, it's so simple, it hurts. 5. They chew everything until it's liquid. Even rice gets 50 chews. This might be the simplest detox habit on earth, and yet it's the one most Westerners refuse to do. In Japan, especially among elders, school children, and temple monks, there's a practice so foundational, it's taught before reading. Chew your food until it becomes liquid. No, not 10 times, 50, sometimes 100, especially for rice, which is the most sacred and symbolically potent food in the culture. The phrase is kami kami seikatsu, a lifestyle of chewing, and it's not just about digestion, it's about detoxification from the very first bite. Here's what chewing actually does. It stimulates salivary amylase and lipase enzymes that break down starch and fat before they hit your stomach. It signals your pancreas to release digestive enzymes. It slows glucose absorption. It tells your vagus nerve, hey, we're eating, get the gut ready. And most importantly, it reduces the metabolic waste generated by poorly digested food fragments that otherwise ferment, rot, and toxify your colon. A 2024 study from Nagoya University showed that participants who chewed each bite of rice at least 40 times had reduced post-meal insulin spikes by 29%, improved bowel regularity, and reported less bloating and fatigue across a 2-week period. And that's just from chewing. No new diet, no supplements, just jaw work. Japanese monks are taught to chew brown rice 100 times per bite, not as penance, but as medicine. Why? Because the act of chewing stimulates parotid lymph nodes, a key immune structure, and increases interleukin-10, an anti-inflammatory molecule that tells your immune system to stay calm and focused. It also improves oral flora, reduces gas, and preps your liver to metabolize food without overload. Think about this. If you're chewing 10 times, you're not eating, you're inhaling, and your body is choking on the cleanup. Want to try it? Sit down with a bowl of rice. Take a bite. Count to 50. Notice the flavor change. Notice the breath deepen. You'll feel calmer, fuller, faster, and less bloated for hours. Japan doesn't need a food tracking app. They've known for centuries that how you eat is more important than what you eat. Chewing is the forgotten detox. But in Japan, it's the first thing they teach a child, and the last thing an elder forgets. 4. They wrap their abdomen with warm cloth. Haramaki isn't fashion, it's organ therapy. This might be one of the most visually subtle, yet biologically profound daily detox habits in Japan, and it starts with a simple piece of cloth. It's called a haramaki, a soft, tubular wrap worn around the abdomen, from just under the ribs to the hips. But don't be fooled. This isn't some granny fashion item or winter gimmick. It's a thermoregulatory organ wrap that targets detox through the deepest layers of your physiology. In Japanese medicine, the hara belly is considered the seat of life, home to your digestive fire, reproductive power, and immune strength. And keeping this area warm daily is believed to support liver detox, kidney filtration, adrenal restoration, and gut integrity. A 2023 study from Kyoto Women's University monitored 120 women with cold abdomen syndrome. Yes, it's a medical diagnosis there. After 30 days of wearing cotton and silk haramaki for 8 hours a day, subjects showed 40% higher levels of circulating nitric oxide, improved menstrual regularity, and a significant drop in cortisol and abdominal bloating scores. Why? Because the organs in the belly, liver, colon, ovaries, intestines are blood hungry. When they're cold, blood constricts, detox slows, hormones misfire, energy collapses. But when gently warmed, circulation returns, lymph flows, digestion activates, and internal waste systems flush with ease. In fact, Japanese postnatal care centers mandate haramaki for new mothers to help the uterus and liver return to balance. Martial artists wear them to protect the lower dantian, and elders use infrared or herbal-infused versions with mugwort or ginger to warm deep tissues and calm internal wind, a concept linked to nervous system chaos. Want to try this? Get a soft cotton haramaki online, or just use a scarf and wrap it snugly around your lower torso during the day or overnight, especially during menstruation, illness, fasting, or cold seasons. Within minutes, you'll feel your digestion soften, your kidneys hum, and your mental state shift. This isn't woo. It's thermodynamics meets organ therapy. Japan keeps the belly warm, not for comfort, but because that warmth is circulatory medicine. And in the West, we ignore our core until it screams. Try haramaki once, and you'll never let your liver freeze again. They inhale smoked citrus peels, the forgotten lung detox you've never tried. Now let's talk about smoke. Not incense, not fire pits, not pollution. Medicinal smoke. Because in Japan, one of the most potent and practically unknown daily detox habits is the ritualistic burning and inhalation of dried yuzu peel, or tachibana citrus, a practice known as kankitsu jinbai. This isn't fragrance, This is lung cleansing therapy, and it's centuries old. Here's how it works. After drying the peels of certain Japanese citrus fruits for weeks in sunlight, they're gently scorched in small ceramic vessels, releasing volatile oils, bioflavonoids, and limonene-rich vapor into the air. You then inhale slowly through the nose, allowing the lungs, sinuses, and even the brain's limbic system to absorb the anti-inflammatory compounds. Sound weird? A 2023 pulmonary detox study from Shizuoka Medical University tested daily inhalation of smoked yuzu peel vapor for just 7 minutes per session. The results were staggering. Participants showed a 21% increase in respiratory nitric oxide, lowered airborne pollutant biomarkers, and improved HRV scores, indicating parasympathetic nervous system activation, the body's healing zone. But it goes even deeper. In Kampo medicine, the lungs are not just oxygen machines. They're detox giants, emotional regulators, and fluid distributors, and citrus peels are considered phlegm-transforming herbs. They dry dampness, clear stagnation, and awaken clarity. That's why monks in rural Totori temples burn dried orange peel before meditation, why mountain grandmothers keep bundles of old yuzu near their stove, and why bathhouses add scorched peel to steam rooms in winter. Most Westerners focus on liver or colon detox. Japan understands that your lungs are the first line of toxin entry and exit, and when the bronchi are inflamed, clogged, or constricted, detox bottlenecks into the bloodstream. Want to try this? Don't just zest your oranges. Dry the peels in a paper bag for 3-5 days. Light a charcoal disc in a ceramic dish, add the peel, and let it smolder. Sit quietly. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Let the vapor coat your sinuses and soften your chest. You'll feel mucus shift. You might even cry. That's the lungs letting go. Citrus smoke isn't perfume. It's pulmonary medicine, and Japan has been breathing it in for centuries, while the rest of the world hacks and wheezes through life. 2. They wake up and press acupressure points before they even leave the bed. Most people wake up and grab their phone. In Japan, wellness-minded people wake up and press their own detox buttons. Literally, it's a self-care ritual called Asano Tsubo Ushi morning pressure point activation, and it involves stimulating specific meridian points on the body before standing up. No stretching, no supplements, just your fingers, your breath, and 2-3 minutes of deliberate, biologically precise contact. Why? Because certain pressure points correspond directly to detox organs: the liver, large intestine, bladder, and lungs, and when activated first thing in the morning, they jumpstart the organ's elimination rhythms for the day. In Kampo and traditional meridian medicine, the hours between 5-7 a.m. are large intestine time, the ideal window for bowel movements, lymph flow, and breath detox. A 2024 study from Nihon University's Department of Integrative Physiology found that daily self-acupressure on Li4 Hague, LV3 Taichung, and ST36 Suzanli led to increased peristaltic wave motion, improved liver enzyme clearance, and reduced markers of autonomic nervous system dysregulation in just 10 days. That's before breakfast, before coffee, before any outside input. The technique is simple. While still lying in bed, place your thumb between your index finger and thumb on the opposite hand that's Li4. Press and hold for 30 seconds while breathing deeply. Then move to the top of your foot between the big toe and second toe, LV3, and do the same. Finally, 4 finger widths below your kneecap, lateral to the shin bone ST36, known in Japan as the longevity point. Massage each point slowly, rhythmically, with the intention of waking up your organs. Some even add warm compresses or castor oil to enhance circulation. This isn't placebo. These points are nerve-dense hubs that communicate directly with internal systems. When you stimulate them, you turn on detox before you even sit up. Elders in Japan call it internal housekeeping, sweeping out the house before the guests. Food, emotions, pollution arrive. Western medicine is finally catching on. But Japan's been pressing its own buttons, literally for centuries. Want to try it? Just set a reminder on your alarm. Press points before you rise. You'll poop better, breathe better, think clearer, and your liver will start the day smiling. You didn't need a green juice. You needed your own hands. 1. They practice forest breathing. Shunrin-yoku isn't just a walk. It's a full-body cellular cleanse. This is not a nature walk. This is not exercise. This is not a nice Sunday hike with a podcast in your ears and a fitness tracker on your wrist. This is Shinrin-yoku, literally forest bathing, and in Japan, it's considered a government-approved medical intervention for detoxification of the entire nervous, immune, endocrine, and respiratory systems. It's a daily ritual in rural Japan, a weekly prescription in urban hospitals, and a cultural cornerstone rooted in the belief that the human body exhales toxins into the environment and reabsorbs healing through breath, skin, and stillness. But here's the kicker. Shinrin-yoku is not passive. It's active absorption. You walk slowly. You stop often. You open your senses to sound, light, temperature, texture, and smell. And while you do, your body begins to detoxify at the molecular level. A 2024 meta-analysis from the University of Tokyo reviewed 17 clinical trials and found that participants who engaged in 30 minutes of daily forest bathing showed, on average, a 27% increase in natural killer cell activity, a 32% drop in salivary cortisol, a significant reduction in blood pressure, and here's the big one, a measurable increase in urinary excretion of heavy metals like cadmium and lead. Trees, especially Japanese cypress, hinoki, pine, and cedar, emit organic compounds called phytoncides, natural antimicrobials that humans absorb through the lungs and skin. These compounds stimulate liver detox enzymes, modulate the gut microbiome, and enhance lymphatic circulation. In fact, many hot spring resorts in Japan are built inside deep forest zones, not just for aesthetics, but to supercharge detox through simultaneous immersion in mineral water and aromatic forest air. Shinrin-yoku is also a neurological reset. It activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which is essential for digestion, elimination, cellular repair, and emotional detox. Japanese companies like Mitsubishi and Toyota pay employees to forest bathe as part of their corporate wellness programs. Schools take kids into the woods to strengthen their immunity. Cancer centers use it as adjunct therapy. And monks in Shingon and Tendai lineages still prescribe it during misogi ritual purification rites. Want to try it? Leave your phone. Step into nature. Don't hike. Don't talk. Just breathe with the trees. Inhale through your nose. Exhale slowly through your mouth. Let your skin drink the air. Let your gut relax. Let your lungs do what they were built for. This is not recreation. This is ancient detox biology, free, powerful, and hiding just behind your backyard fence. The Japanese didn't invent it. They remembered it. Now it's your turn. And that's it. 10 Japanese daily detox habits that cost almost nothing, take just minutes a day, and can transform the way your body heals, ages, and eliminates waste. No overpriced juice cleanses, no plastic sweatsuits, no trendy TikTok scams, just timeless rituals rooted in real biology, real results, and a culture that outlives the rest of us. If even one of these habits surprised you, try it tonight. Because detox isn't something you schedule. It's something your body wants to do every single day, if you just stop getting in the way. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these habits are you already doing? Which one blew your mind the most? Drop a comment below. I read every single one, and if you want more science-backed, weird but powerful secrets from Japan, Okinawa, or ancient wellness traditions the West is just now catching up to, hit that subscribe button. We go deep here. No fluff, no filler. Just the truth your doctor won't tell you. Stay sharp, stay clean, stay alive a little longer. And I'll see you in the next one.